Hello everybody. I met couple of friends or colleagues at various locations, and some of them they given in written, they shared their experiences as a write-up. We posted it on H1B and Build Care page about the students' experiences. This video, and some they don't like to face in the camera and speak, but they shared their experiences and asked me to share it for my YouTube channel or the H1B page as a community service. I mean, just to give a awareness to the students in India. That's one. Second thing is, don't imagine something heaven or something great here. They say what the students union they do is they do give a airport pickup and temporary accommodation. You have to later on seriously look for accommodation. This is one of the students, they shared the experiences. And be friendly, don't carry the caste, region, religion, language issues. See, for me it took 6 years to understand all human beings breathe same air and blood color is same. So initially probably everybody may carry until 1 to 2 years. So don't be so emotional. One, don't expect too much. Don't think something heaven is in America. It's really hard work. It is a real world. It's heartbreaking world. I mean, it's very tough because you take a loan one, and you are far from home, and you are lonely sometimes, or you may get sick, that sickness. And be friendly. What they promise when you are in India may not be the same. Like for example, they promise, it's not a promise, like they may share the information when you contact the universities after applying the I-20s, after your visa entry is over, right, the reviews. So for example, 20 candidates are there in a MS classroom, then everybody cannot get the campus jobs, right? For example, there are only 10 campus jobs, 40 members are there. So rest cannot get it. So you should not lose your emotions during that time. That is one the student shared me experiences. And fortunately, she is a girl student. She shared her experiences, and which probably helpful for many girls in India. That's one. Campus jobs and off-campus jobs is illegal. Many do and take risk on their own, but somebody even asked me curious, lot of curious on part-time jobs, off-campus jobs, but I don't encourage anyone to do an illegal jobs here. It's risky, right? And it's purely temporary visa. You have to be very careful, follow the laws, example driving. And during the studies, you have to focus on the market IT trend. As soon as you get OPT and CPT, for that watch the in conversation with Kumar Ravi, my colleague, explained what kind of buildings you have to do, what kind of hard work you need to do and all. When it comes to H1B full time, when you are working on when you have OPT or CPT, work as an intern in any for example, in Philips work, pharmaceutical company split migration I did, and I met a girl. She's an intern. Probably they may hide full-time job on the pharmaceutical side, I'm saying. Okay, then lucky, it's 100%. But whereas H1B consulting, they'll do H1B only for information technology, IT, because H1B is meant for IT, right? That is one. That you have to be very clear. And second, those who are, for example, you did MS mechanical and then you got a mechanical or electrical, whatever the branch apart from IT, then if you get a full-time job, take it. Don't think IT consulting you mean a lot of money. What I'm saying, in some day the student shared the experiences. She left the full-time job and then took a IT consulting job. IT full-time job with US client, left and then opted for H1B consulting, H1B Indian incorporations or whatever you call it, Indian employers. Assume that consulting you meant a lot of money. No, first 1 year you work for salary, so you take his peanuts, $25 an hour is very least amount here. The second is multiple layers you cannot avoid, and lot of layers you cannot avoid, and you get very less pay, and unless you are highly skilled. For that I placed some videos, $100 dollar billing skill set, and then in conversation with Ravi. So watch those videos, you will understand. And final message is, for example, Texas is less expensive, 200 to 350 bucks you can manage a room, accommodation and all. Whereas in California and New York it is very tough expense wise, but you'll get a lot of part-time jobs, lot of jobs in New York and New Jersey area. Whereas if you're in Texas or Montana or any other Utah, various states where you need to have a car compulsory, because you have to drive a long distance to go to the work, right? So those things you have to consider and do well. Good.